maybe this means something and that means something, it's time for me to do. No, I gotta say, hey man, I never told y'all this, and I said I would never say nothing like that you were slow or something like that, because you might believe it, and they have the Pygmalion effect, that people begin to believe stuff you tell them, and I don't want you to think that you're slow. I don't want you to ever think that you don't have a whole lot of sense. You know what I mean? At the same time, I don't know if you remember my oldest son when he was here with us a while. Some Negro did something to him and his partner, and he was going to just return the favor. And I told him, yeah, man, come on out here, hang with me, and I'll give you the game on how to do that. So I got him out here, and we just lifted iron and had good fun. And I said, put yourself at the back of the line. Don't never get at the front of the line. I said, how's this guy been acting? I said, man, everybody wanted down him. He's been messing with this, that. I said, good. You just get at the back of the line. A month or two later, some people called him, said, yeah, man, so-and-so just got knocked over. I said, okay, you can go on back out there now. So you was just keeping me in there? I said, yeah, because you ain't got enough sense to get at the back of the line. If everybody want to kill a nigga, why would you risk a life sentence or a super life sentence, right? Or even getting killed. Who was he messing with? Everybody, fine. In the 80s and 90s, you couldn't mess with nobody, right? That's right. Nobody had no brains or, we're going to think about this a little bit. No, they reacted. So that's why I told her, I said, okay, you going back out there now. You always, if niggas bothering everybody, you get at the back of the line. You don't have to get at the front. Let me in the front. I want first action. And I tell him now, I said, man, anyway, they hit the jackpot too. They hit the jackpot too. And our whole family has hit the jackpot. I know the stuff they do to all the Muslims, they quit in, if we were going by the normal movement, people last 5 years or 10 years at the most. Just movement people in general. Black movement, Islamic movement. You can see brothers around here that, okay, they was a little active for a while, but they're not active no more. Why? Because after 4 or 5 years, don't get no 10 years, you can hit the heat just a little bit. The people lose their focus and their desire. They don't want to, I don't want to help them niggas, I don't want to help them no more. The white man, the Americans, they depend on that with us. That if they send enough of those people to mess with us, we'll last 4 or 5 years and then we'll quit. Because look who you kind of help. The guys, you catch him coming out of your house with an old bundle of stuff and you got to rescue him? Sure. Right? Because it's the job. They don't have to say thank you. We get our reward from Allah. If we're doing it for reward, to do good, all of y'all have seen, if you just cook something for everybody and you just feed a few people, it feels good. It actually feels good.
Actually, when I left here the other day, somebody said, what's up with y'all? When y'all gonna...
Hey, it feels good. Nobody ever tries it.
Right.
Okay, so I was thinking about that up on the roof. I looked at the Negroes, I looked at our stuff. I said, well, before I go back to California, just in case anybody need a new house, we're going to fix that up. New carpet, new paint, new everything. You know what I mean? Like everything we need to brace up, all new sheetrock, wherever it needs sheetrock, and that ain't a whole lot of work at all. It's just simple work. Spend a couple of weeks on it, and go buy some carpet, and let a professional carpet man put it down. You know, yeah, that's all. Take all that stuff out of there, and let the place air out, paint it up real good, and the people will have a newish house like. See, when we remodeled the last time, we did a minor, it was fine. You know, I don't know if you ever went in there, but the house was fine. The carpet, I don't know, we washed that carpet and we put it out on the stairs in the summertime. Do you remember that? Mm. And it dried off. It dried off, then we put it back down. Because we wanted to wait till this time, because if the rule was going and it felt just like it did, somebody was going to move in and they wasn't going to take care of the place, and we wasn't going to get no new carpet and all that for them. And then all of a sudden, the people that recommends people right there in my house recommended them. I said, fine. You know what you've seen that movie a lot of times before. You know what it is. And that's what it was. Not one single surprise. None. No madness when we looked in and the whole leaking of it. We didn't say, oh God. We say, oh, that ain't nothing. Right? That's the language. Just jacked it up and put some braces in there. Cover the roof. Simple as that. Right? And we'll put a few more braces here and braces there, and we'll do a little checking. We'll do trim. That stuff is simple. It's a good house. This time, we'll put new carpet and fix it. Now, the time after that, we'll build those 3-story houses there and there. I'll try to be short. The reason we're doing this right now is because we expect to win big in California. We expect to get several $1 million. Now, we expect that. That don't mean that it has to happen. The reason we're doing the stuff we're doing now is because it's not what people say, but nobody will be able to say that the things we do in the future was because of what we got from Boss Man. That's why we're doing it right now. So that means we're in control of our life. Now, we've been a punching bag. Remember, we ain't resisted, we ain't said nothing. Everybody just did what they did. If anybody left, we didn't go nothing, hey, come on back. We did that. We never did none of that. If somebody was actually pulling something down, which we've almost just about seen people doing that. It's just like the punching bag we used to have hanging out in the back. We just took the punches because we are designed to absorb anything they can throw. And they threw them. They threw punches, and we're sitting there like a punching bag. Now, you know, when you just hitting the bag, you can look real good, right? Because the bag don't throw back. So you can run way back and hit the bag as hard as you can. That's the way the white man and the Negroes been doing us. In California, we're put out of our masjid. They took our money out of the bank. They did everything you could imagine. And we ain't said, of course we'll get it back. We should get it back. But if we don't, technically it don't make no difference. It don't make no difference because we're starting from right now. We're always starting from right now. Every day is a new day. But technically, during this period, this recovery you could say it started on my birthday, the 22nd, that's the recovery date, so you can remember. We started our recovery, that we're in charge of, that we're going to do the things that we can do anyway. We can fix that house. Nobody can stop us, right? I can put a new door on the weight room. If I'm the only one using it, it don't make no difference. Later on, we'll get a team, and the team will do like we was before. To be a part of this team, you should work out 3 or 4 times a week, minimum. We'll get back to that, when it's time. Our classes that we have on a Tuesday night, we'll get back to those classes. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing it when? Right now. So our Sunday classes will be guides to better living, inspirational, how to, goal setting and all that type of thing. Friday, Salatul Jummah, will be more spiritual, like it's been becoming. Quran, Hadith, and how we fit into this. Okay? Tuesday night, until when people start coming, then we'll start teaching the fiqh class like we did I might do the first go around myself. Because you forget up, right? If you want to learn something, teach it, right? That's right. But there's details that if somebody asks me, hey, what does Ooga Booga Mugga Jugga mean? I'll say, I know what that means. Let me think about it for about a week. Right? Well, that's the way you get around a question. If you're teaching a class and somebody asks you a question you don't know, so that's a good question. I'll get with you next week on that exact same question. And you come and you research it, You don't do, well, you asked me a question, I don't know that question. You don't do that, just say, and it was a very good question. It's a good question. And then, in fact, we're about ready to wrap it up. I'll deal with that next week. And in next week's class, you done read every book in the library, and 50 answers for one question. But anyway, project management, that's what we're talking about. All this stuff here, we let this happen. We let this happen. The door going in over there, it leans, you ever see it? It leans to the side, right out there. Yeah, the door. It's not the door, it's actually, the wind blew it, it's okay. Other people, they can come by, they can think what they want, all right? But everything happened here, we let it happen. We let everything that happened here. Okay, that's fine. So nobody can come and tell us that if somebody come here and sit here for a couple of years and get a reasonable little salary and stuff and just hang around and then they get a nice little car and they get this, you kind of help people. And they pack up and leave. Goodbye, gone. And they go work for the same people that they know hate you and you hate them. Not you hate them. They work for. They go around with a big van full of the stuff, delivering, okay. I don't have to ask nobody who that is. And I know that if somebody comes and steals all the oil in there, I know who knows what oil is in there. And if there's certain books missing, I know who, you got such a book. Some, I'll get you some later. Well, you go in there and look and all those books, they're gone. You're not going to go and knock on the door and, man, where's my stuff? Well, if all the oil is gone, you ain't going, you know who said, when the guy come here, you know who was the chief out at Lorton and who was under him, and when they come and I need a pound of oil, you say, hey, there you go, and then you come back the next day and all the oil sometime, and it's all gone. You know, only thing I told him, I said, you know, that 400-pound drum of oil sitting right there by the thing, I said, y'all missed that. Because the thing, that's a 400 pounds of oil. You know, fragrance oil, I would call it Southeast. It smells good. It's 400, I said, I guess they couldn't pick it up, but they knew what was in it. I said, yeah, well, next time, take it all on this, you know, just take note. All them gallons of oil. I asked the guy the other day, hey, you seen such and such? He said, yeah, he went back to jail, and then he come out, he's walking in a walker. Now, whatever the guy stole, he stole it for whoever he stole it for. Well, we don't have to ask any questions about who's who. Man, there's so many incidents downstairs during the school. You know those black beans? We cook that big pot of black beans. Oh, and they taste good too. And we had to cut up everything and put the flavor in. And it had to put it on low sort of simmer. Just simmer just a little bit. And we leave and come back, and we leave, it's thick, can't hardly stir it, and you come back, and it's just watery. So we know the kids can't pour that out. You know what I mean? And the women's couldn't even lift that big pot, 10 pounds. If you put 10 pounds of beans in there and they soak up all the water and all that flavor, it's going to be pretty heavy. It's heavy for me. And that happens twice. I just look at the people and say, well, and I try to give them a helpful lecture that we've been here all these years. People do this little girly stuff. It don't have no effect on nobody. And they did it once and they did it again. The same pot, the same beans, and the same flavor, twice. What I'm saying is, we don't have to ask anybody who's so-and-so. Or if we say, so-and-so is a nice guy, either he's pretending to be what he appears to be, or is something Allah hooked him up with. I don't know, because I don't go and get into nobody's business. But if the white man got him acting a certain way, just to act like that is humiliating to a person. Right? I'm just telling you. That's a bad part. That ain't no good part. That you're going to play the hunchback of Notre Dame with somebody. You know what I mean? Wouldn't nobody that love nobody have no nigga playing that kind of part? But you may have hundreds of examples, thousands of examples. People may come in and talk crazy in our last conference, start a fight down there. Khadijah started a fight with the white girl, and you tell the people got one leader, you got the other one. He said, we're going to do this. Run it all through me. The minute you walk back up here, they running it a whole nother way. I said, oh, I think I was sitting right here. I said, well, getting stabbed in the back here. I didn't jump up and down. People who were part of that, so other people can say, I don't believe that. That's too bad. Why? We have 50 is not enough. We have 200 or 300 examples. You know, from day one. The point is, we don't care who nobody is. Let's go around. We've already wrote the parts for everybody here. We don't care who they are. All we say is just the same thing. I'll read it here once more. Yet, however strongly thou mayest desire it, or in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, most people will not believe in this revelation, although thou dost not ask of them any reward for it. It is but Allah's reminder unto all mankind. But then how many a sign is there in the heavens and the earth, which they pass by unthinkingly, and on which they turn their backs? And most of them do not even believe in Allah without also ascribing divine powers to other beings. In this case, the white man, the Allah, the little God. The system rewards them. Do they then feel free from the fear that there might fall upon them the overwhelming terror of Allah's chastisement, or that the last hour might come upon them of a sudden without their being aware of its approach? This is it. Say, O Prophet, this is my way, resting upon conscious insight, accessible to reason. I am calling you all unto Allah and those who follow me. So, whatever we talk about here, it's all been open and it's accessible to, to think about, And if we have ever said anything that's unreasonable or that don't make sense, just keep notes of it and then just let's go over that point anytime, anywhere. So we feel that it's reasonable. Why? Because after studying all the movements and all the historical processes, we kept psychological and mental notes of the longevity. How long do people last? Right? What happens to them? Well, there's a stage of paranoia, there's a stage of instability, there's a stage of this, there's a stage of that. Well, then you see what your job is. You have to get through all of those stages. You have to deal with those stages. Those are real life. They are actually real life. And it's like a social scientific research study. You are actually studying everything you're doing over and over again. That's why we talked about redundancy so long